Okay, so I have an announcement to make. Not only is this our biggest project to date, but also the final chapter of the Bloodline saga. Welcome to the last mission! This episode picks up immediately after the shocking twist ending of episode 2. In case you need a refresher, here's a summary. We find ourselves inside an abandoned underground server farm where LARA is desperately trying to reprogram the old Bloodline servers, while Zayn stands behind her, keeping watch. Sparks are flying as she works quickly, knowing that time is running out. He confirms that the leak from within Bloodline has been contained, and that his new asset is already on the move. As the scene fades out, we hear Zayn's voiceover explaining that the purpose of Bloodline was never to kill, but to cleanse the world of anomalies like him. Suddenly, Zayn notices something, holding up a bloody tracker chip. He tells her they're coming for the source. For her? The scene shifts to Zayn and LARA, breaking into the Architect's data vault in search of answers about Bloodline's origins and their true purpose. Inside, they discover a holographic display containing blueprints, timelines, kill orders, and other classified information, and execute REQUIEM protocol. The twins realize that the architect has laid a trap for them, forcing them to choose between 3 possible futures. They attack him, forcing him to fight for his survival. It becomes clear that these reflections are Zayn from alternate timelines, each representing a different path that he could have taken in life. The fight is intense and brutal, with each reflection pushing Zayn to his limits. However, the architect continues to taunt him, revealing that none of these versions of Zayn are real. What did you think of the finale? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. They're merely figments of his imagination created by the architect to test him. Each path presents its own challenges and consequences, but ultimately leads to the same outcome: the execution of the REQUIEM protocol. Suddenly, LARA appears and shoots the architect in the back. The glass surrounding them turns to ash, shattering the reflections and ending the fight. She confronts Zayn, questioning why he didn't tell her about the real world. He admits that he wanted to protect her and save her from the darkness that consumed him. They embrace, realizing that they've both endured a great deal of pain and suffering. This raises the stakes for the twins and forces them to make a difficult decision. The final scene shows Zayn burying a memory drive and LARA burning the last archive. Overall, Bloodline 3. REQUIEM is a satisfying conclusion to the series. The plot is fast-paced and keeps the audience guessing until the very end. The performances are strong, especially from Sam Strike as Zayn. He brings a brooding intensity to the role and makes us care about his fate. The supporting cast is also solid, with standout performances from the others. The fight choreography is top-notch, and the visual effects are used effectively to create a sense of atmosphere and suspense. However, some viewers may find the constant plot twists and revelations to be a bit much to handle. The series is not afraid to take risks, which results in a non-linear narrative that can be challenging to follow at times. Additionally, the bleak and violent nature of the story may not be for everyone. They walk away, leaving the remnants of the past behind them. The text on the screen reads, "There is no bloodline without blood." Their eyes land on a locked container with the code name Kairos. According to the information available, Kairos is another advanced artificial intelligence program that was developed alongside Project LO1. However, unlike LO1, Kairos' status is unknown. He's cautious, aware that he's being watched. Suddenly, guns activate on the walls, and a screen flickers to life, revealing the architect with a sinister grin. He reveals that Zayn's actions in the previous act have led to this final confrontation. Zayn refuses to cooperate, expressing his desire to end the charade. She replies,
"No, for Kairos,"
referring to the highly advanced artificial intelligence. Doing so will allow them to access the information stored inside. But as they complete the process, a voice echoes through the room, welcoming them. The voice belongs to Kairos, who reveals that the children of blood have returned to the nest. The siblings are shocked to discover that the artificial intelligence has been waiting for them, that if the bad guys get their hands on it, they can control time patterns and kill every version of them that ever existed. In a dystopian future, rogue assassin Zayn is betrayed by his own kind. Specifically, he sees the ghost of Bloodline agents all around him, each one representing a life that was taken or ended. These visions are a reminder of the dark legacy that Zayn is trying to escape and serve as a motivation for him to keep moving forward. He was framed for the murder of Marcus, the leader of the Bloodline organization. But, in reality, it was a setup by the mysterious architect who had manipulated Zayn since he was a child and brainwashed him to become an unstoppable killing machine. Zayn discovers that he has a twin sister named LARA, who is actually a prototype Bloodline agent known as Project LO1. Together, they escape certain death, but now they on the run and being hunted down by the very people who once considered Zayn an asset. So let's get right into it! Let's see what's in store for the siblings and how they plan to survive. As always, there are plenty of twists and turns to keep you on the edge of your seat, including an explosive performance by Sam Striker Zayn. Act 1. Echoes of the Dead. As they leave the bunker, we are treated to flashbacks and hallucinations of Zayn walking through the city streets, haunted by the ghost of his past. Meanwhile, the architect is shown addressing his associate over a hologram. Act 2. The Architect's Game. To unlock the container, they need to synchronize their DNA with the LO1 neural sync node. Suddenly, a holographic display flickers to life, showing a series of potential paths that lay ahead. The scene fades out as Kairos explains that they must select a path. Act 3. War in the Mirror. The third act begins with Zayn entering a double glass room. As the scene progresses, multiple reflections of Zayn appear, each wielding different weapons and employing various tactics. Just when it seems that Zayn has gained the upper hand, more versions of himself appear, overwhelming him. With the help of Kairos, they manage to expose the truth about the assassin registry and dismantle Bloodline, but not without paying a heavy price. And with that, the series comes to an end. Still, Requiem is a worthy addition to the Bloodline saga and a fitting send-off for these complex and morally ambiguous characters.